Hi, Professor. So today I will talk about the behavior dimension of project management, the role of origination culture like leadership and team dynamism in crisis projects. And first, I talk about the project initiation and presentation are often deeply influenced by the culture. Like for example, in a culture focused on short-term finance performance, like long-term strategy projects may struggle to gain approval. In contrast, in an innovation-driven culture, the experimental nature of projects is highly valued. An organization culture directly influences project success through communication to partners. Transparent communication focuses knowledge, showing the reduced information asymmetry where culture of science can make risks. And for the success, Google, a culture of innovation and psychological safety focus project success. And for the sex example, for the Toyota, communication and continual improvement ensure quality and efficiency. Healthy culture drive project success through shared values, transparency, communication, and leadership alignment, where toxic culture in innovation and capitalizations. And for the second part, I will talk about the organization and culture and project challenges. Synergy and toxic culture. The crisis in paper scenario was not accidental, but rather the project culture flaws. This includes a culture of science, and employees are free to raise concerns. For short term, with excessive focus in media resource, imbalanced resource structures leading to low morale. This culture leads to a reluctance to take on additional responsibilities, which in turn increases turnover. Kirshner notes that culture misalignment weaken cross-function collaborations and increase the risk of failure. For the very signs, culture for often have the visible sign includes like high channel tolerance loss indicating an unmotivated culture, and budget overrun. These issues lead to lost control over resources. And for the communications designation, meeting a formulation, lacking the substance for the exchange. And for the third, I will talk about the rules of project leadership in success. Commerce in project leadership. Effective project leadership is more than just planning and controlling. It also encompasses emotional intelligence, understanding, and regular emotion. Communications, clear communicate vision. Confidence management, transforming disagreements into constructive dialogue. Adaptabilities, adapt leadership system to the crisis. Notes that leaders give project meaning through a culture shaping, not just task execution. The evolving leadership roles in a crisis in stable environments. Project management can be double transaction or leadership. However, in a crisis, there must be shift and transformation or serving leadership. Emphasize motivations, trust, and support And for example, NASA Apollo 13 rescue operations demonstrate how leaders rebuild teams and confidence through the conversation and collaboration during a crisis. Comparing leaf of leadership theory, transformation leadership, inspire vision and trust. Servant leadership focus on the need of the teams, and for the situation leadership, adapt leadership styles based on the maturity on the teams. And then I will talk about the fourth, building and management high-performing teams. Team building strategy during a crisis. In the scenario, team member is low due to the departure of key members. To rebuild high-performing teams, the following measures are necessary: role resize and stress matching. Project management should resize the team members' strengths and align tasks with individual skill to minimize the impact and additional work on the morale. Rebuilding a climate of psychological safety. Google research shows that psychological safety is the primary determinant of team effectiveness. Only when members can experience concerns and success without fear and resolution, can find a solution during a crisis. Conflict management. Conflict is made by should be channeled in the clean tension rather than disrupt the conference. Emphasize open communication and constructive feedback and crucial to conflict resolution. And for the incentives and compensation in the scenario, members are concerned about lack of compensation for the additional workload. Therefore, the project management negotiation management centers such as overtime pay, performance bonuses. And then I will talk about the fourth. It's about the managing stakeholder and external relationships. For example, tools manage the power interest figures. The tools have identified which data should be altered. For example, high power, high interest customers and invest in recording ongoing communication and research. With low power, low latency power groups can maintain basic information sharing. The Mendel model further held parties and stakeholders in the limited communication risk loss. And for the managing stakeholder in the crisis in the scenario, staff turnover and budget overcome lead to the dissatisfaction among customers and suppliers. For strategy for addressing these issues, transparent communication, reporting projects, the truth and avoiding overmind. Relationship screening, meaning and supply chats through a regular meeting and collaboration and frameworks. For the expansion management, the negotiation frees agreement with the customers in event of the second direct days. And then I will talk about the charge in scenario negotiation and innovation. In this scenario, the primary cause of low team seniority is concern about companies and additional workload. The project management should be level the negotiation skill to negotiate a compensation package with the senior management, where also communication transparency with the teams. and for emphasize the core value in this project. For the emotion intelligence and concrete management, Goldman pointed out the emotion intelligence is a core leadership computation. High emotion intelligent leaders are able to perceive the team emotion, demonstrate empathy, and resolve conflicts through the constrained dialogues. These skills persist recursion during the crisis. And for the conclusion, this paper sets and analyzes challenges and solutions to the crisis project from a behavioral perspective. The research found that organization culture is funding to project success or fail. Possibly culture forcing success through shared value, transparent communication, and trust. Like where the negative culture focuses in silence, short-term mission, no mere creating points, failure, and leadership clearly roles in crisis. Transformation and evolution in intelligent leadership can transform motivation, sports, maintain momentum in the face of adversity. Building a high-performing team with relying on physical safety, proven roles in the allocation and efficiency, where stable hold management provide exterior safeguard project recovery. And finally, this paper process customer strategies, resulting in sentencing issues through the negotiations, many conference through the emotion and intelligence, driving transformation through change management, and achieving quickly wins through the agile methodologies. This framework not only helps resolve crises in the scenario, but also provide resilience for future projects. And for the future research should be further focused on behavioral factors in cross-cultural projects and the culture and communication challenges of the virtual teams in a digital context. Thank you, Professor.